Welcome to day 1 of our Advent Watercolor series, a gentle creative pause to slow down and savor the season. Let's paint together. For this class, you will need a watercolor paper, a couple of small round brushes, your watercolor palette, pencil, paper towel, and a cup of clean water. Alright, we're going to start with a really light sketch. You want to keep your pencil marks soft and delicate, just enough to guide your brush later. If you would like a link to the outline template on my website, you can click the link in my comments below. We don't want heavy lines showing through the watercolor, so think of this as a gentle outline to help place the stocking and the little gifts peeking out the top. Don't worry about the perfection here. We're just getting everything mapped out. Now that our sketch is complete, I'm going to spray my paints so they're prepared when I need to go to use them as we begin painting. First, I'm going to take a medium round brush and we're going to lay in the shadow on the stocking. This first wash helps everything feel grounded and gives the fabric some form. I'm going to keep it soft and light, and we'll build up depth later once this layer has had some time to dry. I'm going to use some Payne's Gray, very lightly diluted. And as I add this color to the edge of the stocking, I'm going to go in later with a clean, wet brush to help fade the line and make it nice and soft. I'm also going to add a drop shadow underneath the cuff of the stocking and a little bit of outline on the opposite side. Here I am taking that clean, damp brush that I've just dabbed on my paper towel to make sure it doesn't have too much water in it, softening that line in the shadow. Next, I'll move up to the little gifts tucked inside the stocking. I'm painting each one with a simple flat washes and then adding a bit of shadow while the paint is still damp. These areas also need to dry fully before we add any details later on, so don't rush it. Watercolor rewards patience. We're going to start with the loop that the stocking is hanging on with the red, and again with the damp brush, blending it so it's a nice soft shadow on one side. We're going to start with this red box in the back. I'm going to take my deep dark red, and it's starting at the top front corner. We're going to create some shadows. We're using more pigmented paint with a higher concentration. And again, with a wet, clean brush, we're going to blend that out so it creates more of a highlight on the other side. We're going to continue on with the body of the box. The same technique. More concentrated color on the sides, coming to a more highlighted area about 1/3 of the way in. Don't forget to put a little bit of a shadow on the box, since it is sitting right behind the smaller box in front. Next, we're going to work on the long skinny box in the back of the stocking. We're going to add some red stripes in the dark red color. We're going to make these in a chevron pattern. We are going to add a little bit of a shadow on the side of this long skinny box with the Payne's gray. And we're adding a shadow to the front small box as well, again with the Payne's gray. I'm also adding a little bit of an outline on the top of the box to help differentiate between the different sides. And again, to help show some depth, I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow around the box where it meets the stocking. I'm now going to move to the small round brush and get into my green paint, either an olive green or a forest green. I'm going to add the ribbon to the tall box in the back with a small bow. After I'm finished with the ribbon, I'm going to add a little pattern onto the small box in the front. I am going to make just little V marks. They're not precise or uniform in shape, but I wanted to add just a little bit of interest and color to this package. Our gifts need to dry before we continue adding any detail to them. So I'm going to set my small brush aside and get my medium round brush. And we're going to work on the cuff of the stocking. I'm going to use my medium round brush in the dark red paint to start adding the color onto that. I'm going to start with my darkest red and get the sides before moving to some crimson red more towards the center, leaving the very center blank. I will go in with a wet, clean brush to soften those edges. This helps to create a nice rounded look. The stocking is stuffed and full. Even a little more richness, I'm going to mix some of my dark red with some of the Payne's gray to use that on the very edges to help create more depth in the stocking, as well as add the shadow to make it look like the stocking is slightly open and there's some space inside. They should be dry, and a few simple lines should give them some shape and help make them pop. Don't overthink it, just small confident moves. This is where the personality starts to show up. Next, I'm going to move back to my small round brush and the red paint and add a bow to the small package in the front. Stripe package if your shadow is too wet to add those before. I'll rinse my brush and move to the green to add a bow on the box in the back. Details, inspired by that classic Ralph Lauren Christmas look. Cozy, traditional, and very festive. We'll work one color at a time, letting those colors dry between coats, so to keep those crisp black lines from blending together. I'm going to move to my medium small brush and get my yellow lit. I'm going to add a crisscrossing pattern with my stripes about 1 inch apart on the stocking. This look takes a bit of patience, but it's so satisfying watching the pattern come to life. Just keep your lines gentle and consistent. And remember, handmade charm is part of what makes watercolor special. We'll add the second row of gold accents just about a 1/4 inch out from our first initial gold lines. We'll move on to the dark red lines next to our original yellow ochre lines. These ones are a little bit thicker, and you have to be a little bit careful so you don't completely cover up your yellow from the first set. Our third set of lines is going to be the dark green. These will be right next to the second set, the red ones. They're going to be slightly thicker, just like the red. golden lines. To take a black Weary watercolor, or you can take some Payne's gray that's a little bit more concentrated, and we're going to add a thin stripe on the outside of the thin green lines that's just outside the thin golden lines. You can also use this dark Payne's gray or very watered down black to help create just that little bit of a more crisp line around your stocking. To finish things off, I'm adding a cast shadow behind the stocking. This anchors it to the page and adds that final bit of dimension. A soft wash is all you need, and I'm using a watered down black or light Payne's gray. Think subtle and quiet. We don't want it to be super harsh. We just want a nice gentle shadow. And that is our day 1 Advent Watercolor Christmas stocking. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this little creative pause, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss the rest of our Advent series. And tell me in the comments, what's your favorite stocking stuffer?